What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on Touchdown Kingdom. We're super excited to bring you our predictions for Week 12 of the 2024 NFL regular season. As always, thank you to our sponsor BetUS for powering today's video. Let's get right into it. Kicking things off with the Steelers at the Browns. The Steelers continue to find ways to win games. Last week it was over Baltimore to firmly cement themselves at the top of the AFC North. This week they have another division opponent on the schedule, but it should be an easier go. Cleveland has definitely improved since losing Deshaun Watson, but Pittsburgh should have their hands all over this game. Steelers win 24-17. Up next we have the Titans at the Texans. The Texans are coming off of a monster Monday Night Football win over the Cowboys and should be feeling great heading back home to take on the inferior Titans. Running back Joe Mixon had a fantastic 3-touchdown game last week and could be in for a repeat performance. Obviously anything can happen in any game, but I would be shocked if Houston didn't come away with another win this week. Houston gets the win 27-14. Moving on to the Vikings at the Bears. The Bears desperately need this win, but it will be hard to come by. The Vikings remain one of the best teams in the league at 8-2. Even in a tight division game like this one, I love their chances to outscore Caleb Williams and the Bears. We've seen far too much inconsistency from Chicago throughout this last stretch of games, while we've seen the opposite from Minnesota. Vikings win 28-20. Up next, we have the Cowboys at the Commanders. Things continue to get worse for Dallas as they're now sitting at 3-7 on the year, with hopes of making the playoffs all but gone. They're set to face Washington this week, who have had a very good year but absolutely need to win this game. And I think they'll do just that. I expect a nice game from Jaden Daniels, whose play has taken a small step back in the last few weeks. Commanders win 24-16. Are you looking for a new book this football season? Well, BetUS is the answer. BetUS is the #1 online sportsbook in the world with the fastest payouts in the industry. BetUS has 24/7 personalized service all year long, and they also have live wagering options for all games. They simply have the best betting variety in the business. All of the odds we break down in this video will be directly taken from BetUS Sportsbook website. Sign up today and get a 150% bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000 using the code YouTube150. Up next, we have the Patriots at the Dolphins. A classic AFC East matchup, both of these teams will be looking to stick it to their division rivals this week. The Dolphins are better on offense, while the Patriots have the superior defense. That'll definitely be the matchup to watch. I think the Patriots will be able to keep things interesting, but ultimately fail at keeping the high-powered Miami offense in check. Dolphins win 28-17. Moving on to the Chiefs at the Panthers. Unfortunately for Carolina, there isn't much to say about this matchup. Although the Chiefs did just take their first L of the season, there's almost no chance that they lose this game. We're literally watching the league's best go against the league's worst. Chiefs win 31-13. Up next, we have the Bucs at the Giants. Another rather lopsided matchup, the Bucs should have this one in the bag. The Giants are rudderless, and quarterback Daniel Jones will officially be benched for Tommy DeVito this week. They have no consistency on either side of the ball, and while the Bucs are no world beaters, they're certainly far superior to the Giants, and I do not expect an upset in this game. Bucs win 24-14. Moving on to the Lions at the Colts. Yet another lopsided matchup here in Week 12. The Lions should have no worries. The Colts did just beat the Jets due to a monster fourth quarter from Anthony Richardson and their offense, but the Lions are not New York. The Lions are one of the best teams in the league with an offense that can compete with any unit in football. I expect them to put up another big performance this week and get the job done on the road. Lions win 30-17. Next, we have the Broncos at the Raiders. The Broncos have had a good stretch as of late, and I definitely expect them to get the job done over Las Vegas, who are one of the worst teams in the league. The Raiders have no identity, while the Broncos have a good defense, a head coach in Sean Payton, and an emerging quarterback in Bo Nix. I like them to get the win this week. Denver gets the W 24-20. Moving on to the Cardinals at the Seahawks. The odds reflect what should be a very even matchup between these two teams. I tend to give Seattle the edge when they're at home, as we all know that they have one of the best home field advantages in football. but I like what I've seen from Arizona and feel like we're going to see a good performance out of them this week. Their offense has the better potential to score more points over Seattle's. Arizona wins 28-24. Up next, we have the 49ers at the Packers. The Niners have struggled in 2024 and definitely don't look like the San Fran teams we've seen in recent years past. The Packers are currently the better team, and there's just no doubt about it. They're much more consistent week in and week out over San Francisco, and you could even make the argument that right now, LaFleur is out-coaching Kyle Shanahan. I like the Packers to get it done at home in a close matchup. Packers win 24-23. Moving on to the Eagles at the Rams. The Eagles handed it to Washington last week and are coming off of an extended rest period between last Thursday's matchup and this coming Sunday night. It's no secret that Philadelphia has the advantage in this matchup. Saquon Barkley has added new life to their offense, and I like them to continue their good play this week against an inferior Rams team. Eagles win 27-21. And finally, we have the Ravens at the Chargers. The Ravens are angry after dropping last week's game to the Steelers in a matchup that they definitely should have won. This will be a fun game to keep an eye on this week as the Ravens look to get back on track against the Chargers. The main storyline in this game is going to be the Harbaugh brothers going at it as head coaches in the NFL once again. This will be a huge test for the Chargers, as a win over a team like the Ravens would be a statement for what's to come out of Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert in the future. Ultimately, I think that Lamar Jackson and the Ravens will just be a little too much to handle for Los Angeles. Ravens win 28-24. Alright guys, that's going to do it for another video here on Touchdown Kingdom. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates, and as always, most importantly, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your predictions in the comments below. As always, thank you to BetUS for powering today's video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.